to My Mat, My World. Please join me for stretch and relax. So a comfortable seated pose for you, and it doesn't matter if that's straddle legs or crisscross like I have, whatever fits your body today. When you're ready, inhale all the way up and twist. Exhale, inhaling up and twist. Exhale, hand to knee, inhaling up, and we're doing that again. Bring those hands to the heart center on this one. Exhale. And we start again, inhaling up. Exhale, lean to the side. It doesn't matter which side. Inhaling up. And exhale, leaning to the other side. And again. One more time, all the way through. Inhaling up, bring the hands to the heart center for your exhale. Release the hands to the tops of the legs, palms facing the sky. Sit up nice and tall. So this is where we are most of the day, right? Sit up, push your chest forward, and then bringing the hands together. Push out in front, and then up, opening the palms to the sky, and release. Walk the fingertips forward, coming up, hands to heart center. Interlace the fingers, push away and up, and release. Walk the hands away. Let your head hang. Try to relax a little bit right here, and it's okay if you're not fully forward. If this is your forward fold, then that's where you are. Don't push, don't push. Coming up, bring the hands to heart center once again. And one more time, pushing away. Push up and open. Now you can stay facing me if you like. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this. We're going to leave our knees bent, but definitely if you have the flexibility to come forward, you may straighten your legs. So if you want to do it with me, legs bent, do that. All we're doing is coming forward and relax the head. Continue to breathe in this bent staff pose. Coming up, straighten the left leg. So the left leg lays down the mat and the right foot comes in close to the inner thigh. This is called half fish. So when you're ready, we're going to turn. The left arm grabs that top leg and the right hand pushes into your mat. So your chest is actually touching that knee or close to it. And breathe. Release the twist and bring the feet in. Toes come up for boat pose. You may leave your hands right back here, or if you have a little bit more balance, you can bring your hands to hamstrings, or you can take your hands off of your body completely. Releasing the pose, feet come down. Coming into that staff pose again, if you like, keeping your knees bent or straightening your knees, your choice. And breathe. Coming up, lengthen your right leg. and bring the left foot into inner thigh. Now if you have the flexibility, you could cross it over and get a bigger stretch in your outer thigh or your glute. Otherwise, the right arm comes around and the left hand moves to the floor. So your knee is facing your chest. And you can turn your head and look back as far as you can, sitting up nice and tall. Breathe. Releasing the twist, bringing your feet in and coming up for that boat pose again. Hands wherever feels good for you. And if you like, play with your toes a little bit. Oh, that feels good. And release. This time the knees come in just a little further and we widen the feet a little bit. I'm going to turn just a little bit so you can see this. And we're just going to drop the head and relax. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing the pose. Feet down the mat again. Once again, if you want to bend those knees, do so. Stretching forward. Finding that inhale and exhale. So basically, we're going to repeat what we just did. And coming up, bringing the right knee in. If you feel like you can this time, cross it over. So the right foot is on the outside of the left leg. The left arm moves around that right knee, pressing the right hand into the floor or your mat. Looking back if you can, and finding your breath, sitting up nice and tall. Release the arms only and just make the twist in the other direction. So we didn't do that last time, did we? Welcome to Crazy Yoga. And release that pose, bringing the feet in, finding boat again. And if you don't like this, you can always sit right back here. Feet down, whatever works. This is your time. Stretching forward once again. Press the fingertips toward the feet. Let the head relax. And coming out, bringing the left knee up. Cross it over if you like. The right arm comes around. Hug it to your chest. And press the left hand in the floor. Play with your toes if you want to. Now unwinding the twist only and twisting the other direction. And coming into boat pose once more. And we are moving to the side. So I'm going to start on this end. So moving to the side, and we are stretching the top leg. So grab your ankle for a quad stretch. And just breathe right here. Your bottom leg is bent. Release that foot, rolling to the belly. Let's find a tiny sphinx right here. So we're not going to stay here very long because I have other things I want you to do. So pull the head out of the shoulders, the neck out of the shoulders, press the elbows into the floor. The tops of the feet are against the floor. And release all the way down so the chest comes to the floor. Now I'm going to show you several variations. You can do Superman pose, which is hands and feet come up. You can do one arm, one leg, opposite sides of the body. Or you can choose just to do feet. All right? Whenever you're ready, choose whichever one you like. I'm going to do a little of everything. So exhale, push up. Inhale comes down. Exhale, push up. Whoops. Inhale comes down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bringing the hands toward the chest or the pecs and pressing up for a slight cobra. So our elbows are bent, we're getting a little bit of arch in the back and coming down. Moving to child's pose. Stretching out that back. You just worked it pretty hard, stretching it out. And when you're ready, we are rolling to the other side. So I'm going to change ends of the mat. Using your forearm as your pillow. This time I am getting the right ankle and pulling the heel towards my glute. Continue to breathe. Now we're not rolling back on this, so we're not like this. We're up on top. Our hips are stacked up. Our shoulders are stacked up. Maybe even leaning forward just a tiny, tiny bit. Rolling to your belly once again. This time, the hands come back by the hips, and you can choose to bring hands and toes up, or, once again, just feet. When you're ready, exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. One more. And release. Moving the fingertips toward the pecs, pressing up for that little cobra. If you have the flexibility, you can push up a little higher, or you can move to up dog. Child's pose. Push the heels or the glutes toward the heels. Looking at the time here. Okay, we're good. Coming to hands and knees. I'm going to turn once again. Exhale, push the belly up. And inhale the belly down. Again, exhale. And inhale. One more time. From right here, take the left elbow toward the floor. The right elbow toward the floor. The left hand stays in the floor. The hips are still above the knees. Raising the left leg. So left hand is down, left knee is up. From right here, straighten your foot so that you can see your toes. So it's out in front where your eyeballs are, you can see your toes. Feeling that pinch, and when you're ready, take it to neutral. Coming up, hands and knees, drop the left elbow into the mat and raise the right knee. I call these fire hydrants. Extend the right toes where you can see them out in front of your face. Feeling the pinch in the hips. Bringing that to neutral. Child's pose once again. Walking the hands toward the knees. We are coming into a forward fold. So coming up to the toes and forward fold. If you can touch the floor, that's great. If you cannot, just come up wherever you feel good. Now, while we're down here, take an inhale, coming halfway up. And exhale, down. Once again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. And down. Walking the hands out and coming to hands and knees. Shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Bird dog pose. All that means is one arm and one leg on opposite sides of the body. Extend away from one another. Inhale to neutral. Extend, push away on the other side. Once again. And one more time. Bringing everything to the floor, widen the knees, and push the glutes toward the heels for another child's pose. While we're here, we're going to bring one hand in so that we can place our forehead on the back of our hand. The other hand reaches between our legs, down by our feet as far as we can go without pulling a muscle. Now you can turn your head and look at your elbow if you like, or you can stay forehead down. Your choice. And breathe. Feeling the belly push against the legs, maybe pushing against the arm as well. And your child's pose isn't that important. I mean, your glutes can be up just as long as you're feeling the stretch. Do what's best for your body. Coming up and changing. So this time the other hand moves between the legs. And we breathe, once again, feeling our belly expand and relax. And coming up. And I forgot to tell you guys, you would need a towel. So, and I forgot mine, of course. So I'm going to roll my mat up. So coming out of your child's pose, grabbing your towel, or if you're doing like I am, grabbing your mat. And that's not a very good roll job. Good grief. You'd think this was my first time. Laying it sideways on your mat. So what we're doing is coming in and placing our glutes on that towel. This really isn't my first rodeo. So find a comfortable spot where you feel balanced and maybe your back is not arched. Knees come into the chest and press the toes to the sky, point and flex. Doesn't that feel good? Keeping the feet together, and you can place your arms out if you like, and then just make tiny little circles. So the feet are still facing the sky, but you're just making tiny little circles. If you want to, put your hand on your abdominals and feel the activity, and reverse that circle. It's amazing what this tiny little movement does to the abs. And coming to neutral, release the legs to straddle. From right here, circle those feet. So just little tiny little foot circles. We're not moving the whole leg yet, we will. Keep breathing and reverse the circle. Feet come to the sky once again. Bring the soles of the feet together and bend the knees, coming into a butterfly. So a supported butterfly. If you wanted to, and you wanted to feel abdominal activity, you could raise your head, neck, and shoulders. But this is a relaxation class, so let's don't get too wild, okay? When you're ready, the knees come together. And then pull the legs apart. So feet and knees are apart. We are going to circle the legs independently. So moving out And then moving the knees closer together. And then reversing that circle, so the same thing. And bringing them to neutral. Take one toe to the sky and then drop it out toward the floor. We are holding on to the other knee or shin, or you can place the hands behind the knee. And let the long leg relax. So let that toe just hang out down there on the floor, feeling the stretch in the hip flexor in that relaxation pose. If you like, you can circle the foot that's closest to you, or point and flex, or you may choose to just relax. Bring the long leg in, and then stretch the other one down the mat. Playing with the toes if you like, and just relax and breathe right here. Now place that foot on the floor, and if you feel like it, drop both legs nice and long. So take both feet down the mat and let the hips open up to the sky. If that's not comfortable, then you're going to bend the knees. Fingertips move out to the sides, wiggling the toes if you like. When you're ready, bend your knees again and roll to the side, taking that towel out, and we are laying it the other direction. So in other words, it's going to lay down our spines, down the center of our spines. So when you're ready, since my mat is so long, I have it pulled up close to my glutes. You may choose to take your towel a little closer to the shoulder blades. Stretch the arms out wherever feels comfortable for you and feel the chest open. Now this is all about your comfort, so if it's not comfortable, remove the towel completely or just keep adjusting up or down. When you find your spot, you can extend your feet down the mat and relax. Let the toes roll out, feeling the chest open just a little more. Inhaling and exhaling. Now, if you're comfortable right here, you can stay in this position, or you can choose to push that towel out. We are ready for our final relaxation. So whatever is comfortable for you. Sometimes flat on our back just doesn't cut it. And then other times, maybe we want to bend the knees or roll to the side. So you choose your corpse pose. Finding your inhale and your exhale. The palms face the sky. The toes relax and roll out to the sides. And just breathe naturally, staying in this position or changing it as your body tells you to. Find your breath. We're walking along our favorite beach. We have our bare feet in the sand, and we feel the grains of the sand moving against our feet, pushing out of the way as we walk. We feel the muscles working in our feet. Inhaling and exhaling. As we walk, we feel the sun against our skin, and we find the perfect spot to lay on our towel. Roll your towel out and lay down on your beach, finding your inhale and your exhale. Listening to the waves as they come into the shore and as they recede, almost as if they match our inhale and our exhale. We hear the wave noise, and we feel tiny beads of water falling on our skin, cooling it as the sun shines on it, our bodies. Inhaling and exhaling. That fine mist evaporates quickly. We hear the birds moving up and down the beach, making their calls to one another. Look, here's some food. Inhaling and exhaling. We feel our skin cool just slightly as a cloud moves across the sunshine. It feels good. Finding your breath. Tasting the salt on our lips as we relax and breathe. We see the beautiful colors in the waves, the whites as the waves crash, and the blues, the aquas, and the greens as the waves, the sun, the moon, all work together to make those tides, inhaling and exhaling. The sand conforms to our bodies, and we listen, hearing the waves, the birds, and maybe people walking up and down the beach. With our next inhale and exhale, we wiggle our toes and our fingertips. And we draw our knees to our chest, rocking those knees left and right, pressing our low back into our mat. Rolling to the side and using your forearm as your pillow. Laying right here, anticipating our movement back to the world. When you're ready, press to a comfortable seated pose. Whatever is comfortable for your body. Sitting up nice and tall. When you're ready, inhale all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Dropping the head. When you're ready, inhaling up. Exhale those hands behind your back, pressing the chest open to the sky. And inhale up. Bringing those hands to the heart center with your exhale. It's been my pleasure today. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.